Well, tonight, Simply Money's Amy Wagner shows us how Aldi is making a big push to get your business and the secrets to saving money there.
Aldi is not a grocery store, it's a system. Every quarter in that cart, every box on the shelf, every cashier scanning at twice the speed, engineered by German efficiency experts to extract maximum value from you. The low prices are real, but they come with trade-offs Aldi doesn't advertise, doesn't explain, would rather you never think about. This isn't conspiracy. It's business strategy hiding in plain sight. 10 secrets. Let's go. Secret number 1, Markdown stickers. Appear at specific times. And Aldi never tells you when there is no sign on the door, no announcement, no section of the app. Aldi marks down products at specific, predictable times. And they rely on the fact that most customers will never figure out the pattern. A woman in suburban Philadelphia named Maria figured it out. She started shopping Aldi at different times over a 2-month period and logging what she found. The pattern was unmistakable. Markdown stickers, those bright orange or yellow tags indicating 30 to 50% off, appear most consistently during 2 windows, early morning around 7 to 8 a.m. and early evening around 6 to 7 p.m. These align with shift changes, when employees rotate through inventory management tasks and pull products approaching their sell-by dates. The products getting marked down are still perfectly good. Bread that expires tomorrow, produce that's softening, meat that needs to move today. Freeze the meat, toast the bread, use the produce tonight, and you've saved 30 to 50% on groceries that were destined for the dumpster. But here's what Maria discovered that even regular markdown hunters miss. Shopping near closing time. 8:30 to 8:45 p.m. at stores that close at 9 yields the deepest discounts. Employees have discretion on markdown pricing, and near close, the priority shifts from profit to waste reduction. A former employee confirmed, "We were told to minimize waste. If markdown items weren't moving, we'd slash prices again before close. I've tagged organic chicken at 75% off just to clear it." The people who figured out the timing got groceries for almost nothing. Maria now shops Aldi twice a week at 7 p.m. She estimates she saves an additional $80 to $100 monthly just from markdowns, on top of Aldi's already low prices. That's over $1,000 a year from timing alone. Aldi doesn't advertise this because it would create a rush on markdown items. They'd rather let a few informed shoppers benefit quietly than deal with crowds at 8:30 p.m. fighting over discounted chicken. But markdown timing is small compared to what's hiding in secret number 2, because this one reveals that the prices you see at your Aldi might not be the prices someone else sees at theirs. Secret number 2, the same product costs, different amounts at different stores, and Aldi doesn't want you. Comparing Aldi presents itself as a universally cheap grocery store. Same brand, same philosophy, low prices everywhere? That's not quite true. The same product can cost 20 to 30% more or less, depending on which state, sometimes which city, you're shopping in. Aldi adjusts pricing regionally based on local competition, cost of living, real estate costs, and what the local market will bear. A pricing analyst who studied grocery data across 14 states explained, Aldi sets prices regionally to remain competitive with local stores while maximizing margin. They're not trying to be the cheapest everywhere on everything. They're trying to be cheap enough to win the comparison in each specific market. A truck driver who shops at Aldi locations across 3 states documented the discrepancy on his YouTube channel. He photographed the same products, identical SKUs, at Aldi stores in rural Ohio, suburban Chicago, and the Bay Area. Ground beef that was $3.49 in Ohio was $4.29 in the Chicago suburb and $4.99 in California. Eggs showed a similar spread. Milk, cheese. The pattern was consistent across dozens of products. His video went moderately viral, and the comments were revealing. Aldi shoppers from different regions had been arguing about prices online for years, each insisting their numbers were correct. They were all right. They were just shopping at stores with different regional pricing. Here's where it gets practical. If you live near a state border, Aldi on the other side might be meaningfully cheaper. One border town shopper documented saving $15 to $20 per trip by driving 15 minutes to the next state's Aldi. Over a year, that's $780 to $1,040 for the same groceries from the same company. Aldi doesn't advertise regional pricing because it undermines the always low prices narrative. They want you to trust the price tag, not question it. And if price manipulation surprises you, the next secret reveals something even more deliberate about how Aldi makes it physically impossible to compare their prices to competitors. Secret number 3, package sizes are deliberately non-standard to prevent price comparison. Walk into Aldi with a price comparison app and try to do a straight comparison with Kroger or Walmart. You'll hit a wall almost immediately. Aldi's cheese comes in 7-ounce blocks instead of the industry standard 8. Yogurt in 5.3-ounce containers instead of 6. Cereal in 11.5-ounce boxes instead of 12. Crackers in slightly off-size packages. Juice in non-standard volumes. These aren't manufacturing quirks. They're strategic. A retail strategy consultant who advises grocery chains explained, Aldi uses non-standard packaging to create comparison friction. When you can't immediately compare their 7-ounce cheese to an 8-ounce block at Kroger, you default to total price. And total price almost always looks cheaper at Aldi. The non-standard sizing hides when it isn't. A data analyst in Minneapolis runs a spreadsheet tracking per-ounce pricing across Aldi and 3 competitors. Her findings? Roughly 70% of the time, Aldi is genuinely cheaper per ounce. But 30% of the time, Aldi is just selling a smaller package at a lower total price. You're buying less product, not getting a better deal. The non-standard sizes serve a second purpose. They reduce manufacturing costs. A 7-ounce cheese block uses less material, less packaging, and less shipping weight than an 8-ounce block. Those micro savings compound across millions of units into substantial cost reduction. Aldi benefits twice: lower production costs and the perception of lower prices, even when the per-ounce math doesn't always support it. The practical takeaway: if you care about actual value, calculate per unit pricing. Don't assume every Aldi price is the best deal just because the number on the tag is low. And if non-standard packaging seems like a subtle trick, wait until you hear what Aldi does with their product lineup, because secret number 4 reveals why your favorite product keeps disappearing. Secret number 4, your favorite products disappear because Aldi is constantly switching to cheaper suppliers. You find a product you love at Aldi, you buy it for months, then one day it's gone, replaced by something similar but slightly different. New packaging, new name, slightly different taste. This isn't a supply chain issue, it's a deliberate strategy. Aldi rotates suppliers relentlessly, always chasing the lowest cost. When a new manufacturer offers a better price for a product that meets Aldi's minimum quality standards, the old supplier gets dropped and the new product appears on the shelf, often in the same spot at the same price, or slightly less. A former Aldi buyer explained the process. We'd get a better quote from a new supplier. We'd do a quality comparison. If the new product met our specs at a lower cost, we'd switch. The customer never knew because we just changed the label and put it in the same position. Aldi's tortilla chips have gone through at least 3 supplier rotations in 5 years. Each time, the product name shifted slightly. The chips remained virtually identical. Coffee, snacks, canned goods, cleaning products, the same rotation happens across the entire store. The hidden benefit for Aldi: supplier competition. When manufacturers know Aldi will drop them for a cheaper quote, they're forced to keep prices razor sharp. Aldi leverages this pressure constantly. Every supplier knows they're replaceable. The downside for you: brand loyalty becomes impossible. You can't consistently buy the same thing because Aldi doesn't want you loyal to products. They want you loyal to prices. The moment you become attached to a specific product, you're vulnerable to disappointment, and that's by design. Secret number 5, limited selection, is about their margins, not your convenience. Aldi carries roughly 1,400 products. A typical supermarket carries 30,000. Aldi frames this as curated simplicity: fewer choices, less decision fatigue, faster shopping. That's the marketing version. Here's the business version. Every product Aldi carries must meet strict margin requirements. If an item doesn't generate enough profit relative to its shelf space, it gets cut, regardless of how much customers want it. A former category manager revealed the internal logic. We had margin targets for every category. If a product was popular but low margin, we'd discontinue it and replace it with something less popular but more profitable. The limited selection gives us total control to optimize for our bottom line. This means Aldi isn't stocking the best products. They're stocking the most profitable products that meet minimum quality thresholds. Sometimes those are the same thing, sometimes they aren't. Here's the part that challenges the narrative. Aldi's private labels, which make up 90% of inventory, have significantly higher margins than the name brands they could carry instead. The private label strategy isn't primarily about saving you money, it's about maximizing profit per square foot. Both things happen to be true simultaneously. An industry analyst put numbers to it. Aldi's margins on many items are actually higher than traditional grocery stores. They make more per item, charge less than competitors, and still come out ahead because they've eliminated every other cost in the business. The limited selection for your convenience story is real, but it's also a profit optimization strategy. This doesn't mean Aldi is expensive, it means the framing is incomplete. You're saving money and they're maximizing margins. Understanding both sides makes you a more informed shopper. Secret number 6, the store layout is engineered to separate you from money. Before you reach the eggs, dairy, and eggs, the staples most people actually came for are at the back of the store. To reach them, you walk past Aldi finds, seasonal displays, and specialty items, all high-margin categories. This is retail psychology, and every grocery store does some version of it. But Aldi's small footprint makes it more concentrated and more effective. A retail design consultant who has studied Aldi's layouts explained, in a 12,000 square foot store, every aisle matters. Aldi maximizes profit per square foot by forcing traffic past impulse purchase opportunities. The treasure hunt feeling of the Aldi finds section isn't an accident. It's designed to trigger unplanned purchases before you reach your planned ones. Internal data suggests Aldi shoppers buy an average of 3 to 4 unplanned items per trip. At $3 to $7 per item, that's $10 to $30 of spending the layout engineered, spending you didn't intend when you walked through the door. The seasonal displays rotate positions weekly. This isn't to keep things fresh for you, it's to prevent autopilot. If you could walk the exact same route every trip, you'd stop noticing the displays. Moving them forces your eyes to re-engage. A disciplined shopper shared her countermeasure. I enter from the back when the store layout allows it. I grab dairy, meat, and produce first. Then, I browse Aldi finds only if I have budget remaining. Reversing the intended route saves me $30 to $40 a month in impulse buys. The store is designed to work on you. Knowing that doesn't make you immune, but it makes you conscious. Secret number 7, cashier, speed isn't just efficiency. It prevents you from reconsidering purchases. Aldi cashiers scan at roughly double the speed of typical grocery store cashiers. That legendary speed, 1,200 plus items per hour, tracked and monitored by management, isn't just about labor efficiency. It's about preventing the moment of reconsideration. At a normal checkout, items pass slowly enough that you might glance at something and think, actually, I don't need this. Can you take that off? At Aldi speed, that moment never arrives. Items fly past. You're scrambling to keep up. You're in reactive mode, loading the cart, watching the total climb, not evaluative mode. A former cashier described the pressure. We're timed on every shift. Drop below the scan rate target, and you get flagged. Watches the numbers daily. The speed isn't optional, it's survival. The separate bagging counter extends the effect. You're packing quickly to clear space. You're aware of the next customer waiting. You're not reviewing your receipt. You're not second guessing. You're just trying to get your groceries into bags and get out of people's way. One shopper started a habit that saved her money. I review my receipt in my car before leaving. I've found items I don't remember choosing, prices that scanned wrong, and purchases I regret. The speed of checkout prevented me from catching any of it in the moment. Fast checkout serves Aldi's labor model, but it also serves their revenue model by compressing the window where you might change your mind. Secret number 8, the twice as nice guarantee is designed to be used. Rarely, Aldi's return policy sounds generous. Return any private label product for a full refund and a replacement. Money back plus a free product. It's a remarkable promise on paper. In practice, it's engineered with just enough friction that most people never use it. You need your receipt, and Aldi knows most people don't keep grocery receipts. You need to physically return to the store. No digital process, no mail-in option. You must select a replacement item from current stock during the same visit. None of these barriers are unreasonable, but combined, they create enough inconvenience that the vast majority of dissatisfied customers simply eat the loss, which is exactly the point. A former store manager was candid. Corporate wants the generous policy for marketing, but they also want low return rates for shrink control. The friction achieves both. The policy sounds incredible. Usage is minimal. Return rates at Aldi are significantly lower than traditional grocery stores, despite the more generous policy. The inconvenience suppresses usage by design, and the experience varies by location. Some stores handle returns graciously, others push back. The inconsistency further discourages reliance on the guarantee. You never know which experience you'll get. The guarantee is real. Aldi will honor it. They just built a system where most people won't ask. Secret number 9, stockouts are a feature, not a failure. Your favorite product is gone. Again, sold out, empty shelf. Maybe it'll be back next week, maybe not. Most customers assume this is poor inventory management. It's not. It's intentional. Aldi deliberately understocks relative to predicted demand on certain items. When products sell out quickly, it trains a behavior. Buy it when you see it, because it might not be there tomorrow. A supply chain analyst who has studied discount grocery models explained, Aldi's stockout tolerance is higher than the industry standard. They'd rather sell out and lose some potential sales than overstock and carry excess inventory. The carrying costs they avoid are worth more than the sales they lose. The psychological effect is powerful. When you've experienced the aged cheddar being gone 3 times out of 5, you stop buying 1 block. You buy 3. You stockpile. You've been conditioned by scarcity, real or engineered, to purchase more than you need in the moment. Aldi finds take this to the extreme. Items are marketed as limited time, even when Aldi could theoretically source more. The scarcity is manufactured, the urgency is artificial, and it works. People buy inflatable kayaks and cast iron skillets not because they need them, but because the fear of missing out overrides rational evaluation. A self-aware shopper described the breakthrough. I used to panic buy anything I liked at Aldi, terrified it would disappear. Then I tracked restocking patterns for 3 months. Most items come back within 1 to 2 weeks. The scarcity is often temporary, not permanent. Once I realized that, I stopped overviewing and saved $40 to $50 a month. The stockouts aren't mistakes. They're a system designed to modify your behavior in Aldi's favor. Secret number 10, every inconvenience is a cost you're absorbing. And that's the whole business model. Here it is, the secret that ties every other secret together. The cart deposit, the bag fees, the lightning fast checkout, the separate bagging counter, the 1,400 product selection, the stockouts, the non-standard package sizes, the regional pricing, the supplier switching, the store layout, the return policy friction. None of these are accidents. None of them are oversights. Each one is a deliberate transfer of cost or labor from Aldi to you. The cart deposit eliminates cart retrieval labor. The bag fees eliminate bag costs. The fast checkout minimizes labor hours per customer. The bagging counter eliminates checkout bagging labor. The limited selection slashes inventory management overhead. The stockouts reduce carrying costs. The non-standard packaging lowers manufacturing expenses. The supplier rotation keeps procurement costs at minimum. You are not just a customer at Aldi. You are an unpaid participant in their cost reduction system. A retail economist framed it precisely. Aldi has systematically transferred operational costs to customers and disguised it as a shopping experience. The quarter cart feels quirky. Bagging your own groceries feels European. The limited selection feels curated. But each of these is work you're performing or an inconvenience you're absorbing that a traditional grocery store would handle with paid labor. Here's the math that makes it worthwhile. You save 30 to 40% on groceries compared to traditional stores. In exchange, you do about 10 to 15 minutes of additional work per trip. Bagging, returning carts, navigating limited selection, dealing with stockouts, and you accept various trade-offs in convenience and choice. One shopper calculated it honestly. I save about $300 a month at Aldi. I spend roughly 2 to 3 extra hours monthly on Aldi-specific tasks. Bagging, going back for out-of-stock items, adjusting recipes for what's available. That works out to $100 to $150 per hour in savings. By any measure, that's worth it. She's right. For most people, the trade is overwhelmingly favorable. But Aldi's model depends on you making that trade unconsciously, not consciously. They want you to feel the savings without calculating the cost. Because if everyone did the math, some would demand even lower prices. Others would choose convenience. And the delicate balance of Aldi's system would be harder to maintain. The point isn't that Aldi is bad. Aldi is brilliant. They've built the most efficient grocery model in America, and it works because customers willingly participate without fully understanding their role. Now you understand it, and that understanding is worth more than any individual secret on this list, because an informed customer is the one thing no retail system is designed to handle. If these secrets changed how you see Aldi, hit subscribe. We're exposing the hidden systems behind every major retailer, and you won't want to miss what's next. I'll see you in the next one.